Hey, Toy Collector fans, Fly Guy for TekSushi.com. Giving you a look at this. Another Halo 4 figure we're reviewing here. This is the new Master Chief. Basically the same Master Chief figure, pretty much identical really. Only real difference is slightly different weapon, and Cortana is now included. So we'll give you a look at this in just a second. There's some text on the side of the box and a few other languages about Master Chief's background. And a little shot there of him from the game itself. Nicer, smaller packaging here for this figure, and it mentions there that the Riptide weapon you can unlock with a skin in the game, which is included. Bonus Cortana figure plus bonus Halo micro ops. So I'm not sure about the micro ops feature, but the Riptide weapon certainly looks rather cool overall. On the back of the package is the rest of this wave that you can collect. All looking pretty good. I have to say the figure, the green, I think it's the Riptide himself. Let me just focus in on that. There we go. The Bones weapon skin. I can't remember the exact name of this figure. Let me just see if I can read it a little better. Spartan Scout. My apologies. I could never remember the name of that guy. He's probably the most interesting one of the wave for me. The aliens, plenty of them in plenty of different suits there. I've seen a lot of pegs swinging with some of these guys, particularly the purple scout there. Yes, lots of different various versions you can collect. If you want, the Elite Ranger are rather cool, and the Didact as well. So lots of cool little features. Inside this flyer, there's a code inside. And that's the Riptide weapon that you can get unlocked for the game. And that's the flyer. I want to show you the code because I might use it. Now on the backpack, there's an extra gun I've got there. But here we go. Here is the figure. McFarlane Toys yet again proving that they do a great job when it comes to the molding of figures. They do a really detailed sculpt on the figure overall. You can see lots and lots of grooves and joins for this figure. Lots of detail in his armor. Again, it's pretty much the same as the Halo 4 we reviewed, but there is Cortana, including her little blue butt there. So let me just get a super close-up on this so you can really see this, because she is the major difference in this figure. So very nicely done, little translucent figure there. You can see the detail on the back of her. And she comes in this very thick base. You can take that off, but it makes it very hard for Chief to hold her. She's standing in a kind of sassy Cortana-like way as she looks up at Chief there, doing a kind of slight Commander Cody from Star Wars kind of vibe, and she's kind of looking at him. Let me see if we can get a better angle there on the other side. Let me take it out of his hand. That may be a little bit easier. There we go. You can just see the details. So there's not much going on there. She's got the blue strategically placed around the nether regions, even though she's a hologram. But there we go, and that can be unplugged out that little base and held on by Master Chief. Now the weapon he's got there is rather cool. Comes with a peg, of course. You can pin it onto his back, but look at the detail on that and the UNSC logo on there. Love that kind of weapon. Real kind of cool grip on it, and the little bird emblem of UNSC too. So very, very cool overall. Lots and lots of detail and weathering as usual on these figures. They kind of reuse the mold to death, and the days of the crappy joints break-in have kind of gone pretty much for McFarlane Toys. There used to be a lot of Halo toys that would just crack and split and hands would come off, and they're getting a little better, but there is the odd bits and pieces that some figures don't really work too well. But I think they've had enough practice over the years with the Master Chief figure to make it quite robust, so they're fairly solid. I've pinned on an extra grenade which wasn't with this figure onto his thigh there, so don't get too excited if you're looking for that in the box. I don't think it came with it from memory. So again, Master Chief, lots and lots of articulation on these guys. No peg holes on the feet, which is still a pain in the ass. I don't know why they don't update that, but it's still pretty articulated. He's rocking it pretty much everywhere. He's got this ball jointed head, and again lots of flexibility and movement. You can see on the shoulders that usual ball joint with a hinge that clicks and moves up the way and up and down for his shoulders. Same on the joint there that you can see on the elbows, clickable ball joint as it moves around. and on the wrists too. There's a slight little tiny ball joint there, which allows a fair deal of movement, and it's pretty solid. It's not too bad. Lots of articulation in the waist, so it swivels around, and you get a good range on it for that. It's certainly very welcomed, because he doesn't have a swivel waist, so you do need that upper torso to be good, and it is. The ball joints there on the hips, again, gives you a fair bit of flexible movement. You can see what's going on there, and again, lots of movement and lots of poses you can get with him. He's very flexible in that way. Down to the joints at the knees, again, clickable ball joint there with the hinge. Further down, we get the ankles, and again, if you know these Halo figures, they are completely rocking ankles, but not only that, you get rocking toes. So the toes swivel round too, and you can really pose this figure in just about any way. Oops, there goes his grenade. So very articulated, nice wash that's been done over the figure there on top of the armor. As usual, they apply a nice silver touch to just bring this armor and make it pop and come to life, which is why I had to buy this again, because it's still a cool figure even just to get Cortana. So I'm a bit of a Halo 4 sleaze. I always tend to buy Master Chief stuff, but it's just a cool armor and cool detail. I just sometimes wish McFarlane Toys could get together with Hasbro and make a lovely toy baby and just get great sculpting and weathering on some of the Hasbro figures. They just clean up, they really would. But very good figure, definitely one you want to pick up. This cost me about $18, $19 here in Australia, so it's probably about $12 in the US, I would imagine, maybe cheaper. Love to hear your thoughts and comments. What do you think? You picking this one up? Are you overseas buying it, or you're in Australia or the UK? We've got viewers all over the globe, so please do leave a comment. Love to hear your thoughts and opinions on Halo, how the game's going for you, Halo 4. And we'll be back with other reviews and hopefully some more Halo in the future. So there'll be a link below to buy this, directly underneath. And if you want to get some links to other social channels, we've got Google+, Twitter, Facebook, and all that jazz. You can join us there, and we'll see you for more reviews coming up on TekSushi. That's it. See ya.